Well, hello, and welcome to another lesson of the Content Modeling Weekly course. I am Marcelo Lewin, the Headless Creator. As always, feel free to get a hold of me, Marcelo at headlesscreator.com. There's my email address. Feel free to send me an email anytime. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And thank you for watching, those of you watching live. But before we get started, for those of you watching live, real quick, I want to remind you to register at headlesscreator.com, and you'll be able to get the on-demand version of this lesson and all the other lessons in the Content Modeling Weekly for free. You just go to headlesscreator.com, click on sign up, register. If you're already registered, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And you can see that the Content Modeling Weekly course, if you click on Learn More here, you'll see that there's lots of lessons. This is lesson number 32. That's a lot of lessons, 1,247 minutes, not including this lesson of actual content that you'll be able to watch and learn lots of different things. Last week we did we modeled a course page. Prior to that, we did a podcast page. Anyway, go to headlesscreator.com, register there for free. And then you'll get access also to all the other courses, various Headless CMSs, the Discover Headless Tech course, where I interview people, lots of cool stuff. Alrighty, having said that, you know how it works. That's it for the marketing. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to restart the intro. For the on-demand version, it'll be 100% clean. There will be no marketing at all. That's for those of you that register. When you watch the on-demand, it'll be 100% clean. So I'm going to restart the intro, and I'll see you in 30 seconds. Well, hello, and welcome to another lesson of the Content Modeling Weekly course. I am Marcelo Lewin, the Headless Creator, and there it is. There's my email address, marcelo at headlesscreator.com. Feel free to reach out to me anytime you like with any questions. Today, we're going to be actually modeling a product page. Specifically, I picked a product from Amazon.com, and the reason Amazon.com is a good way to create a product page is because of it's a very sophisticated and complicated product page. It has product variances. In fact, why don't we just show the screen right now, and you can see, for example, I picked the Echo Dot, right? And the reason I picked this is because there's so many variances. You can see that the product, the actual product page has images, it has details, it has a variety of different kinds that you can buy of Echo Dots. And then it has different prices for Echo Dot. So for example, if we do this, it should give, let's see, yeah, $34.99, where if I do device only, well, in this case, it says see all buying options. But if we do, let's say Mandalorian, you can see $59.94. So price change, detail changes, images changes. There's a lot going on here. So I think this is a perfect place to start our content modeling. So here we are. Let's get started. We're going to start with, I model everything on Miro, and then you can take this. You'll have access to this on the on-demand version. If you're watching live and you have an account on headlesscreator.com, go create one, because you'll get this for free. You'll get the Miro board for free. Then you can put it into your own Headless CMS. But let's get started. Let's jump in. If you need to understand this, just go back to like lesson 1 and 2. I explain all of this on the left here, all my standards and stuff. But we'll get started. Let's jump in. So if we analyze this page, and this is how, when I work with customers, this is exactly how I do it. Content modeling sessions is a lot of analysis and a lot of going back and forth. Now, of course, I don't have other people that are going to disagree with whatever I say, so I'm going to pretend that we're having this dialogue with, well, in this case with myself. But in general, you have other people and they understand the content better than I do. So through that, I explain and help them create a good scalable content model. But let's start. We have a product. So at a basic level, we know we have a product. And we know the product has, as you know, my standard is we're going to have an internal name and we're going to have a title. Now, the internal name is going to be for authors, right? They can put in, for example, let's here, Echo Dot, they're going to put Echo Dot 3rd generation, really cheap price, whatever they want to put. That's what they will search for. The title is going to be what's actually going to show. So we'll have a title, and it will be Echo Dot. And then we have, let's see if we can get rid of this. There we go. We have variances, we have detail, we have images. So we could put in here, we have a title, we have a description, and then we have a price. But the problem with that is that now we only have one, the ability to do only one. So we're going to have to take this out and take this out. So I think what we need to do is we need to create a product details, which will have a title, a description at a minimum. Let's just do that. So here, instead of having a title here, we'll just keep the internal name there. And what we're going to do is we're going to go details, which will be, whoops, we'll say one too many to product details. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so what happens now? What does this really mean? Well, what it's saying is that, let's do our standard, which is orange because it's a reference. And then we're going to say this is going to be the relationship type, what's going to be create. We're not going to do reusing. You could do reusable, but in this case, we're not really reusing this because the product details is going to be only important in the context of product, right? So for example, we can create an internal name, and in this case, we'll create it, call it Echo Dot, right? Now, Echo Dot, there's going to be 5 variances. So we're probably going to have 5 entries here, right? One to many. And it looks like we have device only with 6 months, Mandalorian, Walmart, and free. And why did I put the title there? Because let's see. Here, under the Mandalorian one, it says right here, that's the title. But if I click on device only, the title changes. If I click on with 6 months, see, the title keeps changing, and the same thing with the description. So if that changes, that's why I put in here product details, a title, and a description. So that way we can say Echo Dot and create these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 variances right there, right? Now, we could call this, instead of product details, we can call them variances, but let's just keep it as product details. I think it's fine. You could rename this and just say product variances. I think that's how you spell it. And then we can just say variances here, right? If you want, why don't we leave it like that? Okay. So what else is attached to a variance? Well, let's see. We have a list price. We have we'll say a list price and a sale price, right? So question is, are there other prices? Could there be many prices to this variance? In other words, do we need variances for the variance for pricing? And I think we don't. I think every variance will have its own pricing. I'm going to make that decision here. Obviously, if we had a stakeholder, let's say from Amazon, they could say, no, variances do have multiple pricing. But in this case, we're going to say no, they only have one. So I'm going to say that we can say